impromptu. I ain't done one of these in a while. You see, I'm in between hairstyles, so we got a little slick, little pony. I got a little angst to me, these days. Till I get my locks in on Monday. So just be glad I threw something together. But anyway, I wasn't gonna address D Wade and his child. We saw how that blew up in the media, and I wasn't going to address this just because like I haven't done a controversial topic in a while. I feel like these days I don't be having the energy to go back and forth with people on the internet. So this is just an instance where I'm going to stick to my boundaries, and it's just going to be on some I said what I said type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not going back and forth. I'm not answering no comments. If it's some BS, I'm not. So I felt inspired just because there's so much conversation, and I feel like it's time I finally really just speak my piece, kick my shoes off, get really comfortable, don't look at my toes. They're not. Toes these days aren't doing too well, okay? So if you didn't know, pretty much what's going on, trending topic is the fact that it has been known that Dwayne Wade has a child that identifies, or may not, I'm not going to put any words in their child's mouth. The child chooses to identify by the name Zaya with she, her pronouns. That's just, I'm not going to label her what hasn't been said from her mouth. So, a while ago, Boosie spoke on Dwayne Wade, saying that Dwayne Wade allowing his daughter to express herself as a girl was not okay. He didn't agree with it, all this talk. And as of lately, an old clip of Boosie popped up where he was speaking on the fact that he called himself trying to raise his young boys right, and that he arranged for his son or his nephew or both to receive oral sex from what we're going to assume is a grown woman. And so before I get into what I need to say, I'm going to go ahead and let you all see the clip, and yeah, we'll get into it, okay? Go ahead.
My son, no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in there my nephew. Ask in them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got it. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my son dick up. You right. Gonna get my son no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in there my nephew. Ask in them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got it. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my son dick up. You right.
Okay. So, before we get started, y'all see my little setup. I'm trying to do it up a little bit for y'all. So we be making some improvements to keeping it a buck, okay? So be on the lookout for all the little new, it ain't gonna be too much, but I'm trying to spice it up, actually put some effort now that I have time. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. So pretty much, I've been seeing mainly men comparing the two as far as like, if we say that Boosie is wrong, how can you not talk about what Dwayne Wade is doing? And I don't really know how the brain connected the two. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it's because Boosie got bashed because of the things that he was saying about Dwayne Wade's child. I don't know where we decided that these two situations were similar. I really don't. So I'm going to try to keep this as respectful as possible. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep that up, but we're gonna go there. I'm going to try to keep it cute and just start off by saying that it's absolutely asinine. If you don't know what that means, ridiculous. Um, that's all I got. It's crazy to think that those two situations, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, mirror one another. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my perspective and the pieces that I've gathered around Dwayne Wade and Zaya. Okay, so I've never spoken on this, so let's just go ahead and be clear that Dwayne Wade choosing to support his child is not wrong. The reason it is not wrong is because at some point or another, you wanted your parent to support you, regardless to if they agree with your decision making. So let's be clear. I know a lot of men have been upset about the fact that Dwayne Wade is public about his support, and I think that the what people don't realize is Dwayne Wade didn't purposely one day go out and say, hey, I'm going to talk about my child that chooses to identify as a girl. He didn't do that. What happened was they would post family photos, pictures, and people would notice things about Zaya, whether it be her fingernails were painted or she had on something that looked feminine. Regardless, they were posting family photos. People started pointing out the fact that his child, who we know was born a male, is now dressing in feminine ways or acting feminine, whatever you want to call it. And so it was after that Dwayne Wade started to speak up about what was going on with his child. And that's mainly because he wasn't going to let y'all just be online bullying Zaya. Would you want to not say anything while people were making inappropriate and ridiculous comments about your kids? No. So that's what brought it to the limelight. Let's be clear about that. What was going on in their home was in their home until people started pinpointing stuff that they were seeing in photographs. That's what took place. So let's just start there. I want people to understand, second point, that there is a difference between gender and sexuality. They are two different things, okay? And if you have not noticed, there are many different types of people in this world, and gender is not, what do you want to call it? It's not black and white. I know you all like to think that. I know that that's what you like to think, but it's not. And we need to work towards a place of accepting that it's not and respecting how people want to be referred to or spoken about. Okay? So that's there. There are two. It's different. There is a difference between sexuality and gender. People saw that Dwayne Wade's child was quote unquote acting feminine. Let me just stop here and let everybody know, if you didn't know, that the man and the woman, whatever you want, you know what I mean? If those are the genders that you only believe in, we both possess masculine and feminine energy. There are things about us. No man is made up of only testosterone. There's a little estrogen and vice versa. Like we are made up, like, yes, we have one that is more dominant, but we both have feminine and masculine energy. So that's just that. But there's a difference. So I'm going to break this down and make it as simple as possible. Your sexuality is who you are attracted to. Your gender, your gender identity is what you choose to walk this earth as. Okay? It is how you want to be referred to. Okay? There are people who don't want a he or a she, they want a they. You know? And that's okay. I don't know why that's such a big issue with you all, that it has to be one or the other. It's whatever that makes that person comfortable and whatever they choose to go by. That should be respected. So, it's like when the stuff with Zaya came out, everybody, like, I'm not going to say everybody, people were ignorantly making the assumption that meant that she was gay. I know me actually using the correct pronouns is probably going to confuse some people. So, yes, when I say she, I'm referring to the child, Dwayne Wade's child, Zaya. So, people assumed that this child was gay because she wanted to be identified as she or as Zaya or as a girl. And that's not the case. And the best example I can give you of that is Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, as we know, is transgender. Caitlyn Jenner made it very clear that although she is transgender, she also still likes women. Okay? So, sexuality, one piece. Gender, another. Alright? So I think it was ridiculous that people started to talk about Dwayne Wade's child's sexuality when sexuality was never in the cards. Sexuality was never on the table. We're not talking about what the child prefers. Okay? Because that's the first thing is, how do you know? How do you know? Okay? So that's number one. Number two, people started to make the assumption that because Dwayne Wade said that he would be accepting and now referring to his child as Zaya and with she, her pronouns, that meant that she was transgender and undergoing a sex change. I saw all types of comments about, oh, how you gonna let the child make that big of a decision and cut off their genitals? And I'm like, where did this come from? Number one, Zaya is too young to undergo a sex change. So let's just be clear about that. I don't know where y'all got that from, but that's not the case. Number two, again, gender is fluid. Gender does not have to be permanent. Yes, you are born with certain parts that we associate with certain genders. However, a gender identity does not have to have, there's permanency. So what I mean is because they were like, well, what if she makes this decision now and then she changes her mind? She can do that. She can do that. She's not doing anything that is set in stone. So one day, years from now, decades from now, tomorrow, Zaya woke up and said, hey, I don't want to go by Zaya. I want to go back to he, him pronouns. That's their right. And they can do that. And it's not hurting anybody. You get what I'm saying? I've worked with clients who are transgender, but because they've undergone such rejection, such judgment, such scrutiny from the public, from their family, from anybody, they are confused. And not confused in the sense that they don't know who they are, but they know who they are, but they're trying to challenge and they're conflicted with what other people are telling them to be. Okay? So for them, I've definitely had clients who, they may leave and come back, when I was working at a treatment center. And they would come back and they would go by one name and one set of pronouns. They came back maybe a few months later and decided, hey, I'm ready to live in my truth. Now I'm going to go by my preferred name and my preferred pronouns and dress how I want. So I had to be in the position to, okay, whatever makes you comfortable, whatever I can do to make you feel like who you are is okay, which is by calling you what you prefer as far as your name and as far as your pronouns, and referring to you as whatever gender you want me to. So I just want to make that clear that it's not permanent. There are no genitals being cut off. There's nothing set in stone. Zaya still has the decision to has the choice to go and be Zion if she chooses. Okay? So if that happens, then what? I knew it was just a fact. Whatever. Let people go through their process. Whatever you want to call it. Like, it doesn't, I don't understand why people, I'm not going to say why people be so invested, because here I am making a video. But that's just because I'm tired of the stupidity. I got online, like, what are y'all talking about? So I had to take a second. So, I just want people to understand that we get in these positions where people kill themselves because the world does not allow them to be who they want to be. The world expects that people who don't fit the mold of what they want them to be need to be like stoned to death. Like, that's the impression that I get, the way people speak online. And so I just want people to think, like, if Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, everybody else in this child's life rejected who she wanted to be, and she grew up feeling like she wasn't accepted, mental health declined, she commits suicide. Then y'all will be all on like, oh my God, mental health matters, what happened to that baby? But y'all be so upset about a parent showing acceptance and love and support to their child. And again, y'all can say, I understand the argument, oh, why he gotta put it out there all the time. That makes you uncomfortable. What does it make him uncomfortable? So you need to ask yourself, why does that bother you that he publicly supports his child? After y'all provoked it, pretty much, by minding business that wasn't yours. Okay? So, let's turn our attention to Boosie and his child. It is morally wrong and lawfully wrong for an adult to engage in sexual acts with a child, with a minor. So for Boosie to say, I think he said 12, 13 years old is when he arranged this with a grown woman, y'all realize that that is rape. I hope y'all realize that that is abuse. I hope you realize that the stories of men across the world for generations have been that they lost their virginity to a woman who was older than them, there was a power dynamic that exists when somebody is older than you and you are more impressionable than they are. That's called taking advantage of somebody, because they don't have the mental capacity to really understand the implications of what's getting ready to take place. So, we have one situation that can result in breaking the law and going to jail. We have the other situation with Dwayne Wade, which doesn't. Nobody goes to jail because Zion chooses to identify as Zion as a girl. Somebody goes to jail, somebody doesn't. And let's say he don't go to jail or whatever. He could get his kids taken away for openly stating that that's something that he did. And really, I think that I'm going to quote a tweet that I saw that I felt was on the money. And that quote is, too many black men understand sexual assault as their sexual awakening. I understand that the world and society teaches you that when a boy starts to engage in sexual activity, he has now become a man. I know that that's been the message. It is a wrong message, because then we end up in situations like this where we have Boosie. He is trying to secure his son's heterosexuality to the point where he prematurely allows for something like that to take place. Now, if that boy want to be 15 and found another little 15-year-old who gave him some, whatever, it's still technically wrong. But at least they're within the same age bracket, and there's more of an understanding of what that means. Versus you deciding that you're going to get somebody who's probably a prostitute of some sort to molest your child, to rape your child, to assault your child, to abuse your child with your permission. I hope I'm making this clear. I see topics like this and I just don't understand how people don't understand. So that's why I just decided to go ahead and talk about it. We need to do a better job of protecting our young black boys from being sexualized, because it's been happening and it needs to stop. They deserve to be children. I don't understand how we continuously make the assumption that the first argument that people say about kids not knowing if they're gay or not is they're too young to know about sexuality. But this same, again, Boosie's child is in the same age bracket as Zion. You felt that it was okay to introduce sexuality into your child's life, where it might have been non-existent. Not to say, I know 13, 12, they get it hit. But I'm just saying, if that's your argument, it's a bad argument. It's a hypocritical argument. Because now you put your son in this position to open himself up to sexual acts with a woman when that was not his choice. So, I think that's all. I didn't want to take up too much time today. I wanted to be very clear, concise, and to the point that pedophilia, which is what took place with Boosie's son, is not the same as gender identity. So I don't really know, because like I said, I ain't answering no questions. I'm not explaining nothing to nobody, so I'm hoping that was super clear. Okay? So, regardless if you think both are wrong, one is wrong, how can we say one is wrong over the other? Because we can. Because the law tells us that we can. Your morals should tell you that you can. One, a child is being harmed and abused, whether you think that that's the case or not, but ultimately it is. And the other, the child is being loved and accepted. Apples and oranges, on two different sides of the spectrum. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got. I hope everybody has a good rest of their week. Mind your business and speak up against abusers.